The famous philosopher Bertrand Russell once remarked that power is the key to all social dynamics. His German predecessor, Friedrich Nietzsche, expressed the same view when he said that the will to power is the highest virtue. At any rate, desire or will to power is inherent in human nature, and the highest manifestation of this will to power is the empire. So, in this video, we will be introducing the Achaemenian Empire, the first multi-state empire in history and the largest before the Roman Empire. We start with the origin of the Achaemenian Empire. The word Achaemenian takes its name from Achaemenids, who ruled a minor kingdom in southwestern Iran in 7th century BCE. Achaemenids' ancestors were Indo-European nomads who called themselves Parsa and their shifting territory Persis, which Europeans called Persia, meaning kingdom. The descendants of Achaemenids laid the foundations of the Achaemenian Empire, the first Iranian empire, about 550 BCE. A brief history of Achaemenian Empire. The Achaemenian Empire was founded by Cyrus II, who is known in history as Cyrus the Great, one of the greatest rulers the world has ever seen. Cyrus the Great conquered Babylon, which at that time was the greatest city in the Middle East, in 539 BCE. This conquest has gone down as one of the most significant events in history. Why? We will explain in a while. About 587 BCE, the kingdom of Judah, Jews' home, was defeated by the Babylonian Empire. The victors began to deport Jews to Babylonia, the present-day southern Iraq. Over 10 years, thousands of Jews were exiled into Babylonia and held captive. After conquering Babylonia, Cyrus the Great allowed the Jews to return to their homeland. For this gesture, Cyrus has been called God's Anointed in the Hebrew Bible. The Achaemenian Empire reached its peak under Darius I, who is known as Darius the Great. The empire covered an area of 5.5 million square kilometers, while its close contemporary, the Macedonian or Alexandrian Empire, spread over an area of 5.2 million square kilometers. And this is a map of the empire of Darius the Great. The Persian, first under Cyrus and then under Darius, also conquer India and establish their rule and what is roughly present-day Pakistan. The Achaemenian Empire fell when Darius III was defeated by Alexander the Great in 334 BCE. Now we will talk about the organization of the Achaemenian Empire. The empire had a very elaborate organization. The main institutions were the king, top warriors, harem, landlords, bureaucracy, priest, and the provincial governor. The king was at the apex of the social and political organization. The king was called King of Kings, which in today's Persian means Shahanshah. The same title was used by the Shahs of Iran until the fall of monarchy in 1979, and here you can see a photograph of the last Shahanshah or Shah of Iran, Raza Shah Pahlavi, with his wife and son. Now we will talk about the army of the Achaemenian Empire. Initially, all male Persians were required to fight for king, as was the custom elsewhere as well. However, under Cyrus the Great, a professional standing army was later set up. The elite of the army were 10,000 immortals, much like the Revolutionary Guards or Baath-Salane Inqilab in present-day Iran. So you can see that the Islamic regime of Iran had still maintained this particular characteristic of the Achaemenian Empire. Now we come to the social organization of the Achaemenian society. The king was at the top of the social organization. Under him were warriors or aristocracy, then priests, and the lowest class was that of farmers or herdsmen. In the beginning, Iranians were polytheists like other Indo-Iranian or Indo-Europeans. The gods were associated with natural phenomena and abstract concepts like truth and justice. Religious practices include reverence for fire, animal sacrifice, and drinking the juice of hama plant, which was a natural intoxicant. And these practices are also common to Hinduism and Zoroastrianism. Zoroastrianism, of course, originated in Iran. Under Cyrus the Great, who embraced Zoroastrianism, Zoroastrianism became the state religion and it remained Persia's state religion until Persia was conquered by the Muslims. Now we come to the legacy left behind by the Achaemenian Empire. It was the first multi-state empire in history and was governed from 4 capital cities. The empire was divided into provinces under the governors, and the provinces were called satrapies. And to govern effectively, because it was a large empire, provinces were given a large measure of autonomy. The empire had an elaborate bureaucratic structure. The office of state secretary was set up to keep the official records, and this office can be compared to the present day cabinet secretary office in Britain. The empire was also known for its multiculturalism, and it was necessary as well as expedient because it governed a people professing different cultures and religions. And the rule of the Achaemenian kings was largely liberal. It is said that after his conquest of Babylon, Cyrus the Great seized the hands of statue of the city god Marduk. It was a signal of his willingness to rule as a Babylonian and not as a foreign conqueror, and it was also a signal of his religious tolerance. Now we come to the standing army. The Achaemenians were the first in history to maintain a standing army comprising professional soldiers, and they had also put in place a supervised military recruitment system. They had also put in place a very effective tax system, and the taxes were not uniformed but were tailored to each province on the basis of its economic potential. Babylon, because its land was very fertile, had the highest taxes, and there were also taxes on trade. I trust you like this video. You are requested to kindly subscribe to my channel Wisdom of Life and share your valuable comments. Thanks for your time.